how the haven of heaven happened. God lavished his angels with every luxury, longing, and began to feel an emotion deep down in its lower being that was rather unfamiliar. It created a spatial plane of existence to shelter its new creatures that could swirl in the skies with wings of iridescent feathers so light. The lightness of feathers created a wave of sound. The sound was so majestic and unparalleled in its waving sounds and lightness, the angels began to hum. One by one, humming in melodic amusements, the symphonic song rose up to the swirls of cotton above, and the shelter of haven became. The muses of the new haven swooped in arching aerial angelics, making archways, prosing song to stone, cotton clouds into chapels of reverence to he. Swirling and viscerally feeling the inspiration within, the music of the muses rose to a pitch so perfect, a glow grew. This glow of soft golden hue sparkled in place, dancing with motion of mercy, making the Almighty take notice. God took heed of this globe of gold, took the sphere and scooped it up. He pitched it across the nothingness, and it became a huge golden fireball of what? The Almighty gandered down, around, and then smiled at his own Son. He thought for a second of seconds, naming the golden globe Sun. And in honor of inspiration, halos of soft golden rings appeared over his angels. From this sun teemed an eye-shattering brightness for eternity. Accentuation was needed. The haven had inspired plain creations, marvelous monuments, with orbital croquettes of prayer song. A tune made 9 notes, 9 orbiting planets. The 9 notes was the music that circled all of the haven in harmony so perfect he wept. As above, so below. As the archangels adorned, the soil seedlings became adored. Coming to a momentous collective, the 9 notes of life were crooned in percussionist prayer. Good fortune, good will, good tidings helped make the tides and shore, the willing winds, and a festooned forest around the new creatures of creation. Applause arose for his new saplings of soil. Dust of the willing wind instilled the will of God. Ash clumped to fickle choice. Nurtured in the new earthly den of Eden, a man became first, named Adam for a day man. Then, later in the day, close to dusk, a female named Eve. Down below, the beginnings of what will be's occurred, while up above, a new shape of iron was procured. Crafted by those who knew its wrought will, brought forth the hue of gold in honor of his Son, soon to journey. Placed in place, one named Michael went to seek something. In the liquid wet, a cute crustacean clamped onto his wing while passing by, wanting to peek the wet whispers of the water. Back in the haven of the wrought irons of gold, Michael stood proud, without pride. In his cornered eye, the clam smiled shyly, and its peeking made a pearl within. Adorning it on the gates of pearl were now the entrance to his haven. So, heaven. As you might not be aware, time was not yet. Silly how it was made. The muses rhymed while the whirlers worked in the same area, enjoying the companionship of community. One in particular, Seraphim, was in tune with the motions and musical movement. The thought of spatial time was voiced to God reverently so, chuckling in time with a snap. He also announced his voice be heard by his thoughtful chosen voyeur. Time moved and started the tides of life on earth. Vines became trees, and all was of, well, mostly his making. He had some help. But that's a tale for another time.